The number one question I've gotten over the 30 years I've worked at Aquascape are, what do these things cost? Let's find out. So like I've said, I've been working at Aquascape for 30 years, and every single time I go meet with somebody or I'm gonna go on a consultation, people always say, what do these things cost? And I have so many different variables. Water features can actually range from $5,000 to $1 million. That's right, we've done $1 million projects and even more than that. So when you talk about a budget for a water feature, it really gets down to what type of water feature are you gonna put in your backyard? What I tell all of our customers is do this. Let's start with a budget. What type of investment do you wanna make into a water feature? Not that one is right or wrong. We can do some incredible stuff with a $5,000 feature. Can we build you your dream koi pond for $5,000? Nope, it's not even possible. The stone is gonna cost you almost that much money, but we can do some incredible Fountainscapes. So let's get into Fountainscapes, probably our most affordable type of water feature with the biggest impact you can do in your backyard. Fountainscapes are probably the newest, biggest trend here at Aquascape. And I think they're so popular because they hit a lot more budgets. You don't have to be a billionaire to afford a Fountainscape, and they do have a huge impact. We think of these basalt columns, which are one of my favorites of all time. The vertical columns come up, they have this kind of prehistoric look, and maybe because that's where they come from. They are actually ancient fossilized lava tubes. And this stone comes from all over different parts of the world. We get our basalt columns from Mongolia, or now actually even have them molded to look real stone, which makes them even more affordable. And our new faux basalt columns look so real, I can't even tell the difference. And I really don't like artificial rock. So basalt columns are one of many different types of features that I love. I also love the stack slate urns. The stack slate urns give you a big vertical impact. They're visible from 360 degrees all the way around the urn, and at night bring on a totally different look. It almost looks like silver is falling off of these things. To make them look that way, of course, we have to use some underwater lights. And the underwater lights are gonna be one of the bells and whistles you're gonna add to any water feature. So when we start talking about budget, you can really get lost in all the bells and whistles that get added to a water feature, like lights, like filter systems, like dosing systems, like the type of rock that's gonna go in. Let's just take a minute and look at the different types of Fountainscapes that you can add to almost any yard. Like you saw here, really they can fit in just about anywhere. We need a minimum of a 5 foot by 5 foot area to drop just about any of those different Fountainscapes. Now, can Fountainscapes get a little bit more extreme? Absolutely. You can start getting creative by adding multiple Fountainscapes to the same area. Maybe it's bowls that are suspended. Maybe it's Fountainscapes added into ponds and that kind of stuff. And this is the reason I still love building water features as much as I do, because the creativity is endless. You can constantly keep doing stuff. And I really think even after 30 years, I'm still scratching the surface on things that can be achieved. The next type of feature we're going to talk about are pondless waterfalls, and these really became popular maybe about 22 years ago. They weren't around forever. When I first started, the only type of feature you could get was really a pond, you know, and ponds could range in shape and sizes. Pondless waterfalls allowed us to get, again, endlessly creative and do all kinds of fun things. Now, here's why you might do a pondless waterfall. Pondless waterfalls are great for people that are worried about liabilities. Pets, kids, maybe commercial type projects where you're worried about the public and the depth of a pond getting involved. Also, pondless waterfalls, I wouldn't call them maintenance free, but they're about as close as you can get. You're not worried about water chemistry as much. You can turn them on when you want, you can turn them off when you want. They're also easier to run throughout the different seasons, especially if you're dealing with seasons like we do here in the Midwest. And cost is generally a little bit on the more favorable side when you're talking about budgets, because when you're building a pondless waterfall or stream system into a pondless tank, we're not dealing with the same type of labor issues and stone quantities that we would with a pond. A stream, for example, is usually only dug someplace in that 6-inch to 16-inch depth range. We're not going 2 feet or 3 feet or 4 feet down with stone. If we're doing that with a pond, we need that much more fabric, we need that much more liner, we need that much more rock, which also means there's that much more labor. So streams can really be a way more cost-effective way of adding a water feature into your yard. So when we're thinking of budgets for pondless waterfalls, we can look at small little pondless waterfalls like this, and something like this might cost somewhere around $6,000 to $8,000. Biggest variable is gonna be the size of it and the type of stone you're using. One thing I tell all of our customers is stone is free all over the world. You pay to get it to where you gotta get it to. And for us in the Chicagoland area, limestone is gonna be the cheapest and most cost-effective way to build a pond. But I don't wanna build it out of limestone, one, because it's a quarried stone, and I've never seen Mother Nature take a bunch of flat rock and stack it up on top of each other. So we push the limestone off to the side. We don't want to work with that. The next most effective or cost-effective stone is going to be Wisconsin granite. Wisconsin's close to us. It's just that much easier to get it to us. The next type of stone we might use is going to be a moss rock. And I love working with moss rock because of the lichens and the moss, the character of the stone. You get some bulky type looking pieces. You definitely get some flat type pieces. You get pieces that look great for framing out waterfalls, but this stuff is coming all the way from Missouri and you're gonna pay a little bit more for it, almost twice the cost that we're gonna pay for Wisconsin granite. Third type of stone I like to work with is a stone called aqua blues. Now these come from Wisconsin too, but it's the northern part of Wisconsin, and there's a small area in Wisconsin that this comes from. So this stone is gonna be really expensive. The other negative side of working with aqua blues is it's extremely dense, meaning it's very, very heavy. So when I'm ordering this stone, which is usually by the ton, I often need more pieces to create the same size project because that stone is so dense. So aqua blues, we're often gonna add maybe 20% of the cost to work with that type of stone. So stone is another big, big variable. So we look at pondless waterfalls that are $6,000 to $8,000, and then here's one that's almost $500,000. Third type of feature is gonna be the feature I love the most, and it's gonna be a pond. Why do I love it the most? I'll tell you. There's only so much time I can personally spend looking at a waterfall before it's like, there it is, now what else? Of course, you can lose track of time by watching the birds come in and out and bathing in the waterfalls and everything else. But you take that same element with the birds and then put that waterfall or stream into a pond where the water gets a chance to settle, and then all of a sudden you see the koi fish swimming around, you definitely lose track of time. I love, love, love ponds more than any of the other three features, but I also love implementing some of the pondless waterfall characteristics, like an infinity edge, where a pond can actually disappear over into a pondless type basin, or adding Fountainscapes into my ponds. And these are things that are gonna aggressively change the cost right away. One thing I might tell you is like adding an infinity edge to a pond might increase the cost of the pond by $20,000 to almost $30,000. It is a very expensive skimmer box, but it'll make your pond more self-sustaining, make the water way more stable. You can effortlessly run it throughout the winter based off of how many gallons are stored underground. And so when pricing out a pond, I might ask a customer, what's the intent of the pond? Is it to have it more for fish? Is it to have it more as a water garden where we want a lot of different varieties of lilies and marginal plants? Is it to be more of a recreation pond where we really want our kids and family to interact with it and use it? Is it for the sound? What type of waterfall are we gonna build on it? Where is that waterfall gonna sit? Is it gonna be a big 4-foot high waterfall that's visible from further away? Is it a babbling brook where we might bring it right up close to a patio? There's so many different elements when pricing out a pond, and really you have to say, where again is my budget? So if I were meeting with one of you guys, I'll always start with that budget. And if you said you had a $50,000 budget, I would say we could probably build you a 16 by 16 foot pond with some nice bells and whistles on it. And that would mean, let's go a little bit deeper with it. Let's go with this type of stone. Let's make sure we get some lights in there. Could I get an infinity edge on that pond? Probably not. But I could get an intake bay, or I could get maybe a small wetland filter or 2 biofalls or something like that. So we can always add these different things to it. A $50,000 budget is definitely going to allow a lot of you guys to do a pretty awesome water feature with a big impact in the yard. But I'd never want to take away from those smaller Fountainscapes or even the impressiveness of a small Babbly Brook Pondless Waterfall. Each one has its place. What we like to say here at Aquascape, everybody wants a water feature, they just don't know it yet. And I think for a lot of our viewers, they don't even realize the potential of what type of water feature could actually go in some of their unique spaces. Here's a collection of ponds that really kind of range from that $15,000 to maybe $25,000 to $30,000 range. Here's a group of ponds that are somewhere in that $50,000 to $100,000 range. And then here's some ponds that are really $200,000 and up. And currently, we're working on $1 million koi pond, which I can't wait to show you in one of our future videos. So I know I talked about all different types of water features, from Fountainscapes to Pondless Waterfalls to ponds, and you're probably still a little unclear on what is the perfect water feature gonna look like in my backyard. Well, I would tell you this, the easiest way to do it is first figure out what type of water feature you're gonna do. Is it a Fountainscape? Is it a Pondless Waterfall? Or is it a pond? If it's a Fountainscape, Pondless, or pond, check out our website. All of the material you need to build any one of these things is going to be listed in there. And a lot of this stuff starts in kits, right? And so if you want to build a Fountainscape, here's a Fountainscape kit with basalt columns on it. Here's a Fountainscape kit with an urn on it. Here's a Fountainscape kit with some of the spillway bowls. And here's the price. Now, you want it professionally installed, I would say usually you're going to more than double the price. To have us build it for you, it's almost twice the amount that you could do it if you were to do it yourself. The one thing I can't tell you is what stone's going to cost in your area and what delivery fees are going to cost and what machines you're going to be needing to build that size pond. But we're here to help. You ever want to learn more, make sure you contact a certified Aquascape contractor in your area. The link again is down below. Any one of these guys is going to be able to figure out the perfect water feature for you.